Welcome back to Ozarks Tonight. As 2020 draws to a close, many of the resolutions folks put into place coming into the year have been derailed due to COVID-19. But hope could be on the horizon as we head into the new year, and there is no better time to hit the reset button on some of our spending habits and make some financial resolutions for the new year. Darlene Mavens from Arvest Bank is joining us on the show once again. Darlene, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So why is it important for us to have financial resolutions heading into the new year?
Well, no one is perfect when it comes to finances, so we should set resolutions to make sure that we're growing and getting more financially healthy as the year goes by. And a recent Gallup poll found that only 30% of Americans have a long-term financial plan, which is seriously not enough people. Our goal at Arvest is to help improve anyone's financial future and all of our customers. So a good starting point for making financial resolutions is to create an annual financial checklist. This checklist will either save you money or help protect your overall financial security. So keeping track of the progress makes it easier to see which tasks have been completed and which ones you still need to tackle, which is why you should take the time to set some realistic and good goals, short-term and long-term.
For sure, and especially if it's written down on a checklist, you can hold yourself accountable for it, and you won't forget about it as the year goes on. So what type of things do we need to have on this checklist?
Well, first thing you want to start with is identity theft protection. If you have a credit card or a debit card, it's critical that you sign up for some sort of theft protection. Every year, approximately 15 million Americans are victims of some kind of identity theft, which is a huge number. Many financial institutions actually offer account monitoring, alerts, or freezes in the event of questionable activity on anyone's account. So if your identity is stolen, contact your bank immediately to help stop any further damage. And if not, thieves can drain your financial accounts, damage your credit history, and it could be a long and expensive process to get that fixed and reversed.
For sure. And speaking of credit history and credit score, that's one of the goals for a lot of folks is to continue to work towards a better credit score in the future, especially young adults that are wanting to start getting loans for homes or vehicles or whatever it might be. What's a good starting place and a good item to add on the checklist in terms of getting that credit score more towards where you want it to be?
Well, the important thing to remember is improving your credit score does take time. A good credit score can save you money long term and on large purchases because you can potentially get a better interest rate. So you're not paying as much interest to the banks or the credit card companies. So one place to start is pay your outstanding debts on time that you already have. That improves your credit score as well. Then keep a credit balance of no more than 30% on your credit limit. The smaller the percentage, the better. It's a common myth that if you have more credit out there or more debt or a larger credit limit, it improves your credit score, but it actually hurts it. So you want to keep your limit at 30% or less of the available credit on all of your credit cards. And another tip to remember is not to apply for credit frequently because this will actually hurt your score as well. So get the things that you need, get a good card, keep the percentage below 30% or less, and then pay your debts on time. Pay them timely.
For sure, that's a good rule of thumb around the holidays because a lot of times when you go to different stores and you're looking to make a purchase, they'll try to get you to sign up for that credit card to get an extra discount. So, maybe saying no on some of those things would be helpful. What about the people that have good credit? They've been working on their credit for years now, and they're in a pretty good spot. Is there still some things that they should do to check up on their credit score and maybe some different things they can do heading into the new year as well?
Absolutely. People that have pretty good credit, you should still check up on your interest rates because they do change frequently. So make sure that your current rate is where you want it to be. There may be a better interest rate out there that you aren't aware of. So make sure you know exactly what you're paying on your, not just your credit cards, but your loans, your mortgage, your auto loans, and see if there's a better rate out there that could actually save you money again in the long term. And in addition, review your rewards programs for your credit cards and see what they offer. I know that's something that I've been looking into personally just to see, okay, what kind of credit card rewards are you getting? Is it something that you want? Is it mileage? Is it gift cards? Because there's some pretty good cards out there with some pretty good offers. So knowing exactly what you have and if it fits what your need or what your plan is for the year is important.
And as we look ahead to retirement saving and planning as well, as folks start thinking about that when they get into the workforce or a few years after, what are some things people need to have on their radar and on this checklist when it comes to making sure they're setting enough money back in a retirement budget every year?
Well, the best advice I can give is that from the moment you start getting your very first paycheck, you should be saving for retirement, regardless of your age. So as your salary increases, so should your savings. Also, be sure to research any matching contributions you're able to get from your employer. And then review your retirement contributions in your company's 401k and put back the maximum amount you can. The long-term goal is to save about 8 times your salary by the time you retire. So that should be your target.
All right, so everyone at home can get out the calculator right now and come up with what that number would be. Darlene, before we let you go, anything else we should be adding to this checklist as we head into 2021?
Well, just remember to review your savings contributions. Have a savings account. One of the best decisions you can make is setting up your savings account first of the year or before the year is over. Set up an automatic withdrawal from your paycheck into your savings account and commit to not borrowing against it. Also, now is a great time to create an emergency fund. An emergency fund helps offset the impact of financial hurdles, so you can still maintain your lifestyle, but just putting a small amount back as well.
All right, Darlene Mabins, one of our regular guests here on Ozarks Tonight. Darlene, thanks for being here throughout the entire year, and we want to wish you and your family a happy holidays.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you in the new year. We'll be back with more Ozarks Tonight right after this.